Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome to the new Palworld video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about just my five bases, locations that I recommend that you should have, especially since summer's around the corner and you could be getting back into Palworld, right? Or you just want to restart and you want to have different locations to build, right? Now, these five locations are in no particular order. So, let's get started. Oh, you just got out of the tutorial cutscene over here, and you're wondering where to build your base. Right? Now, there's plenty of videos to where you could build yours, but like I said, I'll show you my locations. Now, from the plateau at the beginning, you could run to any of these locations, except for the fabric ones, but I recommend just having a starter one somewhere here. You could build just down there or anywhere else and getting to level 10, right? Because if we go look at level 10, you get something really nice that's gonna help you traverse pretty easy. Actually, sorry, what? It wasn't level 10, it was level 15, Nightwing saddle, right? Now, you could wait till level 9 and get Dire Howl saddle to help you get to at least one of those locations. And that first location is right over here at -149, -549, just slightly west of Univolt spawn. Now, I repurposed all of my bases for a very specific purpose. Now, this one was my original, main base, but now it is just, you can see, harvesting base. Now, why this location is good is there's only one way up here, right? And I've been raided a bunch of times here, but all the time the enemies come from right here, right? And you'll have plenty of time to have your pals ready or throw out your pal and meet them out here. But they come up this way, I go through down here. Obviously I can't because jet dragon, but they'll come up over here. And my pals usually start to fight them right around here. Right? You can use foundations, which I would recommend because this area is not necessarily super flat. You can put your pal expedition box over here and you have plenty of space for your starter base. But you can also use it for harvest base like I did, right? Now, that is a good place because it is also not very far from plateau beginnings. You can honestly kind of get here relatively on just from the beginnings, going towards the grassy behemoth hills, then going towards a small settlement, passing this little bridge by Hawk, then going west below Scoot, and right around this cliff you can jump off, right, and swim a little. But if you don't have the stamina, right, you could cross right here, right where my cursor's, or just run up to a ravine entrance, steal from the Swordmaster, and then get to this location, right? Now, the next location, all the way up here, you can also get super early if you don't mind dying right off the bat. Now, I have turned off loot, dropping of the loot when you die just to show this, right? Now, when you start, you can do respawn, right? Which, if you're playing on a hardcore, that will suck. But if you don't, it'll be fine. You just wait 5 seconds and you will spawn next to the location, which is right here, Forgotten Island, right? You can spawn right here and right off the gate get to your location, which is amazing because it does not get raids as far as I've seen, right? All you need to do from here is honestly just southeast. You're not gonna be really see it, but it's all the way up there. Now you could just run around here, right? And you see there's pretty much no aggressive pals, right? All you do is you do have a camp, not super far. Oh, sorry, I went a little bit wrong location. Didn't go as much southeast, right? I want more east, but you get to this location and you have 3 levels. Now, this for me right now has a little bit of range, mainly my breeding base. But this place, you can just full occupy. It is flat. You can have your main base, right? Just beautiful start. You have fox parks, rubies, right? All of the starting pals round. Celery and you see fox, pangolin. It is huge. You can also make it into multi-level. You can put your pal box right around, maybe right where I'm at, and you can use upstairs, like upper part, and this part, and grab possibly some of this mining nodes. This is huge. It's safe and it looks nice. Now, next base, I will show you. A lot of people use it for one specific purpose. To get to it, it's gonna be a bit of a travel unless you have like a Nightwing or even better flyer pals. Why I say Nightwing? It is crappy flying pal, but it can allow you to transverse over water because you won't land in the water. Right? This is what I use to get from my very starting base, Babato beginnings, to my farming base. Right? Now, this base that I'm going to show you now is really huge for oil. I use it for pretty much almost all of my mining. Right? But you want to definitely use foundations. You can also put on the edge another expedition place, right? You have one oil pump. I don't know if you can fit 2, possibly. I decided not to mess with it, but I only have 2 because I don't need as much oil. You have another one here, and third one is a bit hidden, but you'll be able to see it. It's right here. I just closed it up because I don't need it, and this way pals not gonna mess around. But you can see I have my wood, my sulfur, my pure quartz, coal, and stone, right? And then pumps with plenty of pal beds and the 2 electric generators with too many battery packs. But this place is located at -853, -456. It is huge for oil because that is the only place where you have 3 oil nodes. One over there, one right there, and one right here. Huge. And if you don't want to have just mining stuff, you just want to have oil pumps, you can do so. Might be better because you can just put oil pumps and not even have any single pal, so you don't have to feed them here. Right? It will save you a lot more food, a lot more stress, because the setup I do occasionally have, as you can see, angry pals running over, but my pals take care of it. Right? So just, if you don't have pals taking care of it, you will occasionally need to get to this place and pick up the oil. Right? Because oil, unless you research it, will take forever to get. Right? Now, but this next 2 bases that are on Fate Break, and you can still get to them as soon as you unlock Nightwing, because from Beach of Everlasting Summer, you can get to those places somewhat easy. Maybe not this base, because this base might be a little hard to get to, right? You'll need a grappling hook, and it's going to be annoying. Maybe with a Fanglope you'll be able to, but that base is for aesthetic, and I'll still show it to you, but it's not as big. But like I said, from Beach of Everlasting Summer, you can get to right around here and just traverse on edge until you reach this location. And I recommend grabbing this location as soon as you have a Nightwing. That will take you quite a long time to get to this place, but once you do, you can set it up and start getting those high-end resource that you're gonna need a lot of, and that is the Hexalite. Now, there's one that spawns right around here. This is why I don't have any foundations. And other one spawns right around here. That's why, again, I don't have anything. Which you're not gonna need for a while, right? Not until very late. And, well, not until late game. And because that's how you get your Hexalite armor, you know, level 56 plus. Right? But it's gonna take a lot of it, and you're gonna need huge amounts. So getting a jump on it early is massive, right? You definitely want to try to get Anubises so they can at least mine it a little bit, and then the turtles, and then, you know, if you can get Knocklums or breed them, that'll also be nice. Now, another good reason why you can get this place is you have a third hexite just off the little edge, right? Which you can mine personally, or you can have, like, you know, a mining pile, but you can also get the trash piles. Now, since the Iron Fabric, you can get quite a lot of good stuff. You can see I got 20 dog coins and energy cartridges, which if you don't use the plasma rifle, they're kind of whatever, but you can get gold, like 4 or 5k. You can get cement, maybe not cement. You can get, well, yeah, you do get cement, get circuit break, or circuits, other cool stuff, right? It is really worth it. Now, another good reason for why you have another oil spot. So you can have oil spot here, right? So you can have one here and 3 to 4. Sorry, not 3 to 4, 2 to 3 in this place that has 3 of them. So you can get up to 4 oils, right? You have some wood, just a little bit of stone, and you can get gigaspheres. They can be between 1 to 3, which is massive. And I've not had a single raid in this location. But there's good things that can also happen. Just above, right? You can kind of build up your way, you know, with structures if you turn off decay, right? Or if you don't want to, it might take a bit. But you can get up here, and there's a chance for a supply drop right here, which is where Xenogard. Now, if you manage to get here before the supply drops, you can run up, grab it, and run away, right? But if you get to the late game and you want Xenogars, this is another place to get them, right? And you have more X-Light. Now, this X-Light place is huge. You will need to build over water. You will need to have some roofs, not just foundation. Because some of these places, well, they don't count as like support. But like I said, this place is beautiful. Now, last but not least, location is kind of hard to get to unless you have some decent like paths, or decent shred is all the way up here. Now I'm using it for aesthetic base for me and my friend that play on this world. Yet, pardon the music, that's the music from the claw machine, right? It's just aesthetic. It does get very dark at night just because, well, that's how it be, which is why you see a bunch of lights, right? And ignore the aesthetic. It's not done. But you have a hard Ulrich just west, not that super far. Now the bad thing is you're not gonna be able to fly because the same turret is right there. But you do have a fast travel right around that. Now, if you got rid of the same turret down here, which I don't know how you would, but if you do, you'll be able to get up here. Now, unfortunately, it is very dark, but you can choose to get up here, and that is... Oh, I thought it was attacking me, pardon me. Is build up down there and, you know, get the PAL box and set up like pretty much a tower to get all the way up here. And over here, you do have one Hexalite node. It's right here, which is not going to be enough, but there's also some beautiful mushrooms, and you have some nice trees. So you can see this is the mushrooms. You can get it set it up, and you are safe from raids. Do mind that right in this area, right in this corner, at least for me, again, it depends on how I build, can be meteors and supplies. So be careful if you build up here, right? But this is the base locations that I have and I built. And do let me know down in the comments your favorite base locations and base spot with the coordinates. Mind you, sorry, I forgot to mention this one is minus 1354, minus 1517. And for the one that I definitely recommend getting as soon as possible is minus 1331, minus 1287. Yeah, do let me know your favorite base locations that you might want to see me possibly build in. do let me know down in the comments. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.